Hello, good day. My name is Onyedika Maobi from Thimbles Creations. So, I am a fashion designer, a pattern drafter, and a pattern drafting tutor. Today, I'm going to show us how to draft a basic bodice pattern. How to draft a basic bodice pattern. Our last class, I talked about how to take your accurate body measurement. I hope you tried it. Okay, so before we do that, I'd like to mention that I use the Natalie Bray's method, and this pattern I'm drafting is from her book Dress Pattern Designing. Okay, so if you look here, I have already gotten my figures, and I got these figures. I didn't take anybody's measurements. I copied it. I got it from her book on page 16 of Dress Pattern Designing, page 16. Number 2 of, you will see a table of sizes there, of measurements there. So on number two of the measurements is what I'm using. So after this, these are the basic measurements, but there are other measurements that come after these ones. So I wrote them down here. We have point O 2.5, back neck width 6.5, depth of armhole 20.5, back up, under arm point, back up is under, means under arm point, that's 5, dart is 6.5, and armhole 41. Okay, so I like to use these tools. These are the basic drafting tools: my ruler and my curve. You also need your pencil, your tracing wheel, and the rest of it. But just to draft a pattern, a basic bodice pattern, you need this: your ruler and your curve, my marker or your pencil, whatever, then your eraser, but because I'm doing it on a wall here, I'm going to be using a marker for legibility. Okay, so now before you start work, you need to get your working space. And to get your working space, you do this: half bust plus 5, that is in cm, half bust plus 5 cm, and half hips plus 3 cm. I'd also like to mention that Natalie Bray uses centimeters. I know our regular tailors, we like to use inches, so but you cannot actually take your measurements in inches and convert it to centimeters. Okay, so to get my working space, I do half bust plus 5. What is my bust? My bust is what? 80. My bust is 84 centimeter. So I do 84 centimeter over 2 plus 5 equal to what? 47. Then half hips plus 3 centimeter. So what's my hips? My hips is what? 90. So 90 cm over 2 plus 3 is equal to what? 48 cm. Now between these two, I'll take the bigger number. Which one is the bigger number? It is 48 centimeter. So I'm going to go with what? 48 centimeter, and I'll use it to get what? To measure, to take a measurement and get my working space. How am I going to do this? First, I have got my borderline here. Okay, it is always necessary and important to you to work with a borderline, especially if you are a beginner. It's important to work with a borderline. I have my borderline up and borderline down. I used half centimeter as my space, half inch as my space here and my space here. So I drew this line first and this other one second. So the next one now is to how to get this particular line is what? My 48 centimeter. From this point, I take it. I like to use my tape. So, and here lands me what? On 48 centimeters. Okay, 48 centimeters. Then I take the line down. Okay, that is it. Now, when I start drafting the pattern, that will be my hip line is what will now close this box. Okay, so the next thing is, what is my point O? My point O is what? 2.5. So from here, from this point, okay, from this point here, from this right angle here, this point here, I take 2.5 centimeter. I measure 2.5 centimeters. Okay, so this is 2.5. I mark it. Okay, so in order to get a straight line, I would like to also mark it here, 2.5. Okay, this is point O. Always remember to label it, point O. Then before I continue, I need to let you know that on the left hand side of your pattern is your center back, your center back, center back, also known as CB. And on the right hand side of your pattern is your center front, your center front. Also known as what? CF. Okay, so your pattern, in your pattern, your back side is always on the left hand side, while your front side is always on your right hand side. Okay, so here I have got my what? Point O. The next, remember, you just mark it, point. What's your top line? Your top line, top line. Okay, now this line, remember, is your this side is your back side, your back center back, and is your CB line. Okay, so from this point O now that we have gotten, we are going to get what? Our waistline and our hip line. Okay, how do we do it? Our length to waist. What is our length to waist? It is what? 39. Okay, first our bust line is we'll first get our bust line. Our bust line is the same thing as what? Our depth of armhole. That is the level of where on that bust line is where your armhole starts or rests, where your armhole rests. Okay, bust line is where your armhole rests. So our depth of armhole is the same thing as bust line. So when you hear me say bust line or depth of armhole, they are the same thing. So depth of armhole here is what? 20.5. So from point O along this CB line, I'll take what? My 20.5. So remember, we're working with centimeter. So 20.5. So look at it here. This is what? 20.5. In fact, I would like us to draw the lines immediately. So this is from point O here is what? 20.5. I'm going to get the same value so that I will have a straight line and take it across the length of the pattern. So I marked here and marked here on the same level. So I'm going to draw my line on that 20.5. Okay, so this is my depth of armhole or bust line. So let me label it as what? Bust line. Okay, so the next one is our waistline. So our waistline is gotten from what? Our length to waist. What is our length to waist? 39 centimeter. I will take it from, remember, point O is our starting point. So from point O here, 39 centimeter. That's 39 centimeters. Okay, this is where it landed me. So I'm going to still take it across the paper. So let me get the measurements. Okay, so this is the waistline. Waistline. Okay. The next thing we're going to draw, the next line we're going to get is what? Our hips line. So to get our hips line, it is usually 22 cm below the waistline. Okay, so I do it this way: 22 cm. This is 22 centimeters. This is it. And okay, let me extend this line. So this is 22 cm. Okay, then I'm going to join my lines now. Okay, so this is what my hips line. Okay, so then remember our point O. I'm going to extend the line just not too long, just before the halfway of the paper, because that is where our neckline will rest. Okay, so I'll take it this way. So this is our point O, the neckline. Okay, then the next, having gotten this now, your basic, this is just, then it remains, we're going to get the back line. Then the back line is halfway. The back line is halfway between point O and bust line. So when I measure from point O to bust line, whatever it gives me, I divide it by 2. The value I have, I take it. I use it to take the measurements. And the back line, when I'm going to draw the back line, I'll stop it just about halfway the paper, midway the paper. Okay. So the next thing now is to draw the back line. I measure. I take my measurements. From point O to the back to the bust line is 21.5 centimeters. So if I divide 21.5 centimeters into 2, it gives me, okay, so 21.5 divided by 2 will give us what? 10.75. This is 10 and a half, 10.75, somewhere here. Okay, I'll take it across the paper. So after that, then our shoulder line is gotten 3 centimeters below what? Point O. This is a constant for every size. 3 centimeters below point O. Okay, so I take it 3 centimeters. This is 3. Okay, I'm going to draw the line first. Okay, so this is the shoulder line. So we've gotten all the levels, all the lines. Remember, this is our point O, the neckline, the shoulder line, the back line, the bust line, the waistline, and finally the hips line. Okay, so now on the neckline, measure what? The back neck width. On the neckline, measure the value of the back neck width. So what is our own back neck width? Here is what? 6.5. So I'm going to take it 6.5 centimeters. Okay, so this is it here. 6.5 centimeters. Okay, and then Natalie Bray says you take it up by 2 centimeters. at that point that you measured 6.5 centimeters, you take it up by 2 centimeters. So taking it up 2 centimeters here, okay, and I'm drawing the line. And we call here what? NP. This point here, NP. That is neck point. Neck point. So the next thing to do now is, after getting our neck point, the next thing is what? On the back line. This is the third line now. 1, 2, 3. On the back line, take measurements of your back width, the half measurement of your back width. What is our back width here? That is our X back. It is what? 34 centimeters. So 34 centimeters divided by 2 will give us what? 17 centimeters. So on the back line, I measure 17 centimeters. This is it. I'll mark it. Then we're told to take it up this way and that way. That is, draw a vertical line that will cross this shoulder line a little and cross this bust line a little. Okay. So I'm going to, so in order to get correct, accurate measurements, I'll take it that way. And just to cross a little, okay? So this is it. So now on the shoulder line, measure the shoulder line. You measure the half of the back line, the half of your back, X back, okay? Your back, half of your back width plus 2 centimeters. Okay, so remember the half of our back width is what? 17. When we add 2 to 17, it will give us what? 19. It gives us 19. Okay, so this is the point. Now you draw on your neckline. On your neckline, you join your NP, you connect your NP to point O with a curve. Okay, the next thing is to draw a curve here from my NP to my O, or from O to NP, whichever way. So, and look at it. When you are drawing your curve, you make sure that this place is flat, okay? And I'll draw. Okay, so this is my neck, okay, my NP. So I'm going to now connect. Sorry, here is what? My shoulder point, my SP. So I'm going to connect NP to SP, NP to SP with a ruler. Okay? So this is what I'll do. Okay? So NP to SP. The next thing is on the bust line. This is our bust line, remember? From this point, from this vertical line here, from this point, take what? Your back underarm point. Your back underarm point. That's your back UP from here. And our back UP is what? 5. The value is 5. Remember, we're working with centimeter. So from your back UP, this is what? 5. Okay? And you label it what? UP. Label it UP. Okay? This is back underarm point. Then the next thing now is to draw our armhole. Now to draw your armhole, this is a guideline for our armhole. Now below this back line, take 3 centimeters down. Just mark it. I like to mark it so that it will help me. in the drawing. Okay, so from here I take 3 centimeters. Okay, so this is it. Then at this right angle here, I take what? 3 centimeters. I take 3 centimeters. Okay, I take at this right angle here, I take what? 3 centimeters. So here I like to take what? 3 centimeters. Okay, this is it. So this makes my work a lot easier. I connect with my curve from here to here to here to here, and I'm done with my back armhole. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so first I connect from here to here. Okay, first I connect from here to here, and this is it. And then from here to here to here. Okay, so I'll keep moving my curve until it aligns with these 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'll draw my line. So after that, on the hip line, I'm going to take the hip measurements into 4 divided by 4. What is our hip measurement? Our hip measurement is 90 centimeters. So I'll divide my 90 centimeters into 4. Whatever it gives me, I'll mark from this point to this point. So what is 90 centimeters divided by 4 is? So 90 divided into 4 is what? 22 and half. I'll take it. That is 22.5, whichever one you want to call it. So I mark. Okay, and I label it what? HP. This is my hip point, HP. And with a meter rule, with my rule, I connect from this underarm point to what? My HP. So, and this is what I have here. Okay. Okay, so this is what waist, the line from the UP to the HP. Now on the waistline, okay, so after this, the next thing is to get your inner waistline. This is your outer waistline, which you can actually leave your pattern like this, but if you want a closer fitting dress, you have an inner waistline. So I'll take, to get my inner waistline, I'll take from this point here, I'll take 2 centimeters in, and when I take 2 centimeters in, okay, so this is the outer waistline. So if I want this can go for a free dress. This is for the back, remember. So if I want an inner waist shaping or inner waistline just for a more fitting cloth, I'll take it 2 centimeters in from here, from this point 2 centimeters. Remember, this is our waist point, WP. So from here 2 centimeters. Okay, so I'm going to use a curve to join from UP to WP, and from this place to this place with a ruler. I'm going to use a ruler to join from here, okay, and then to WP, okay, and this is it. So I hope you enjoyed the class. I expect you to give it a try. In our next class, we are going to do the front. We're going to learn how to draft the front bodice pattern. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.